The Great Molasses Flood, the wave that killed 21 people. Imagine walking to work on a normal winter afternoon. People are chatting. Horse-drawn carts move through the streets. Children are playing outside. Then suddenly, you hear a loud rumble. At first, it sounds like thunder. Then the ground begins to shake. People look up and see something they never imagined. A massive wall of sticky brown syrup racing toward them. This isn't a scene from a comedy movie. It actually happened. On January 15th, 1919, the city of Boston experienced one of the strangest disasters in history. It became known as the Great Molasses Flood. At the center of the story was a giant steel storage tank, owned by the Purity Distilling Company. The tank stood nearly 50 feet tall and could hold over 2 million gallons of molasses. Molasses was incredibly valuable at the time. It wasn't just used to make sweets, it was also a key ingredient in producing industrial alcohol, which was used in products ranging from explosives to ammunition. For years, local residents had complained about the tank. People said it leaked constantly. Children would even collect the dripping molasses in small containers. Some neighbors claimed the tank groaned and creaked as it filled. But despite the warning signs, it remained in use. Then came the afternoon of January 15th. The tank had recently been filled close to capacity. At around 12:40 p.m., witnesses heard a loud cracking sound. Seconds later, the entire tank burst open. More than 2 million gallons of molasses exploded into the streets. The wave was estimated to be around 25 feet high and moved at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. At first glance, molasses doesn't seem dangerous. It's slow, but when millions of gallons are suddenly released under pressure, it behaves like a powerful flood. Buildings were ripped from their foundations. Horse-drawn wagons were thrown aside. People were knocked off their feet and trapped beneath the heavy, sticky liquid. The hardest part wasn't escaping the wave. It was escaping the molasses after it stopped moving. The syrup was so thick that people struggled to breathe or pull themselves free. Rescuers had to wade through waist-deep molasses while searching for survivors. By the time the disaster was over, 21 people had lost their lives, and around 150 others were injured. Cleaning up the city became another challenge. Molasses covered streets, buildings, trains, and even parts of Boston Harbor. For weeks, workers struggled to remove the sticky mess. Some reports even claimed that for years afterward, people could still smell molasses on warm days. So what caused the tank to fail? Investigations pointed to several factors. The tank had been poorly designed and tested. It leaked from the beginning. The steel was too thin in places, and engineers believed the sudden rise in temperature on the day of the disaster increased the pressure inside. Many historians also argue that the company rushed construction and ignored repeated warning signs. The disaster eventually led to lawsuits that lasted for years and became one of the first major cases where engineers, rather than just eyewitnesses, played a crucial role in determining responsibility. It also pushed governments to introduce stricter building and engineering regulations. Today, almost nothing remains of the giant tank. But the Great Molasses Flood is still remembered as one of the strangest industrial disasters in history. Because, sometimes, history isn't written by earthquakes, hurricanes, or wars. Sometimes, it's written by a wave of syrup.